How would you like to be able to attain heightened performance and maintain your competitive edge even under stress? What do you think it even takes to be able to do that? Hi, I'm Dr. Sharon Grossman, the Burnout Doc. Associations and Fortune 500 companies hire me to be their closing keynote speaker and to help their members and executives crack the code on their burnout and create custom tailored solutions for recovery. I'm a clinically trained psychologist, and for the past 20 years, I've been helping high achievers who've been struggling with anxiety, overwhelm, and burnout go from exhausted to extraordinary by better understanding how their brain works and how they can get their programming and design it to run the way they want in order to live a more purposeful life. Now, let's jump right in. In my keynote, Mindset Matters, I talk about 4 key components that make stress your superpower. Today, I'll be sharing one of those components, expectations. Expectations get us into trouble, not just when things don't happen the way we would like or think they should, but based on the certain beliefs that we hold. Now, you've probably heard of the placebo effect. That's when you expect something positive to happen, like when you take a pill and your headache goes away, only to find out that it was a sugar pill. It was your mindset that made your head stop hurting. Well, the same is also true in reverse. When we hold negative beliefs, we can experience negative consequences. Like when we take medicine and we're told about the side effects, we are more likely to experience those side effects. This is known as the nocebo effect. In her famous TEDx talk, Kelly McGonigal shared these statistics. People who have experienced a lot of stress in the past year had a 43% chance of dying. But that was only true for the people who also believed that stress is harmful for their health. People who experienced a lot of stress but didn't view stress as harmful had a lower risk of dying than the people who had only a little stress. Now, what this means is that over 20,000 people suffer premature deaths every year, not due to stress, but from the belief that stress is bad. So many of us have a negative association with the word stress, but stress is not the enemy. In fact, we need a little bit of stress in our lives. It's what stretches us and helps us grow and motivates us to show up. When we think of stress as debilitating or see stressors as a threat, we're activating the nocebo effect, and we're more likely to end up in a self-fulfilling prophecy. Not only do we need to manage our expectations to minimize stress, but when we feel stressed out, not to see that as necessarily bad. One way to reframe it is that this is something you care about. Otherwise, you wouldn't feel stressed out about it. Now, so far we've said to minimize stress, you should focus on what positives may come out of your experience. Reframe stressors to be challenges rather than threats. And finally, think of stress as something that's necessary to boost your motivation and growth. Bottom line, mindset matters. It helps us minimize the negative effects of stress. And that's key because job stress is estimated to cost American businesses more than $300 billion every year in health costs, absenteeism, and poor performance. And when stress becomes chronic, it can lead to burnout. Now, I just shared some ways to minimize stress, but what if your members are already stressed out, worn out, and exhausted because they're really good at taking care of everyone else but themselves? We want to avoid high turnover, high error rates, and loss of productivity, which result from burnout. And this is where we focus on burnout recovery. Now, let's test your knowledge. If you've lost hope or pessimistic about the future or find yourself without confidence, what should you focus on? A, your work goals. B, your mindset, C, your physique, or D, your wardrobe? The answer is B. Now imagine a keynote where we put audience members into one of three teams based on their burnout profile and had them compete one against the other for points, where we test their knowledge about what burnout is, the factors contributing to it, and some effective ways to recover. Well, that's exactly what they'll get in Crack Up Your Code, how to re-engage your way back from burnout. And to make this an unforgettable experience, I've also teamed up with a stand-up comic. We will have your members engaged and laughing up a storm. I'm Dr. Sharon Grossman, the Burnout Doc. Now, if you want an experience that combines thought leadership with entertainment, that both educates and motivates your audience, I'm your gal. And of course, I offer breakouts and coaching, which border on my book, The 7E Solution to Burnout. I would love to partner with you in customizing these experiences and setting your members up for success. Let's chat.